What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Across the Board, sponsored by MoneyBall Metrics. You have a not your normal Wednesday team here, but we have a familiar face returning back to the program. Jefe Picks, joining myself, AlphaDog Bets, to break down the Wednesday, August 6th baseball slate. Jefe, good to have you back on, brother. How are you today?
What is up? What is up? Feeling good. Happy to be here. Excited to do the show.
Happy to have you on, bro. It's always a good time
Thanks,
having you
man.
here.
Yes, sir.
We have to quickly shout out our guy, JD. He is very missed today. We do wish he was here, but he will be back, if not tomorrow, within a couple days, to be back on the show. Comments are already popping off. I'm not as good as JD. How did he get all these comments to? Oh, I think I did it right, like this, right? Let's put them on the stage. Okay, all your comments should show up on the screen now. There they go. There they go. They are flying in now. J-Bo, what's up, brother? We appreciate you tuning in as always. Stetsy Boy is saying Jefe. He's pumped he's here. Our guy David is also pumped Jefe's here. I'm happy as well. J-Bo is already firing off games. That's a game we did not have scheduled. So, J-Bo, we will add the Phillies and the O's. And J-Bo is also saying, wait, where's JD? The guy's allowed to take a vacation day, isn't he, J-Bo? Give the guy a break. He's here every day. I know he's going away with his wife. They're having a fun time. So let them enjoy their trip. You're stuck with me and Jefe for a couple days. Jefe, as we always do on this show, we go over how we did on the day before. So you ready to recap how we did yesterday?
Yes, sir.
Let's get it. Tuesday recap. I will jump in here first. Absolutely massive day for the AlphaDog team. We went 5-1 on the day. Absolutely killed it. All our free plays won. We're looking to carry that momentum into today's slate. And before we go over to Jefe, I know that JD swept the board yesterday as well. So on the show, we did go 7-1 on yesterday's picks. So a pretty good day. Let's keep that rolling. Jefe, how'd you do yesterday?
Only put out 2 plays, 2-0. Took the Red Sox, took the Mariners, both on the run line, both won by 2 and more runs. Honestly, both were kind of no sweat. So easy peasy.
Easy peasy, and our guy JD is here. J-Bo, I told you, you got to just let the guy have a day off. Let him enjoy himself.
Dude, don't text him drive, JD. That's not good.
Good news is I know that Mrs. JD is the driver today. And the good news, Jefe, not sure you're aware, we will be seeing JD for Best Bets today. He is going to be hopping in. That's at least the plan if everything goes okay with the Wi-Fi, because he still wants to give the people winners. J-Bo, I have added the Reds-Cubs game that you posted in here as well. We will cover every game you guys want us to go over. Put them in the chat. Put them in the comments. We are here to give you guys the exact show that you want. All right, Jefe. I talked a lot. J-Bo is here saying you've been crushing your free plays. So we love to hear that.
Yes.
So hopefully you'll have some winners for the people today. You ready to dive into today's MLB slate? Because we got a big one.
Yeah, I'm with it. I'm ready. Let's roll, baby.
Let's roll. We're going to be going into the MLB. And we're going to be starting hot, Jefe. We're going to be starting hot. We're going to be talking about the New York Yankees playing the Texas Rangers.
Embarrassed when they even have that jersey on.
I know. I'm hoping to change a little luck today. I'm hoping to kind of give the Yankees some good momentum because something's got to flip to get this team going. Pitching for our New York Yankees is Carlos Rodon. Rodon's 11-7 on the year with a 3.34 ERA and a 1.06 WHIP. He's been good. On the other side, the Rangers are pitching the kid, Jack Leiter, 7-6 on the year with a 4.1 ERA. Jefe, before I even ask you about this game, state of the Yankees. You got you, we got me. 2 of the most vocal Yankees, what's the right word for it, Jefe? Displeased fans? Pissed off fans?
You're not a displeased
something of the sort.
I don't even know where to start. But I'll start with, quite frankly, at this point in the season, I can't continue to blame the player for being put in the same position that he has proven multiple times, like 5 or 6 times, that he can't handle, and then failing again in that position when he's asked to handle it. At this point, I'm actually just fully believing that Aaron Boone is just a puppet and makes no decisions on his own thought process, with his own thought process, feel of the game, whatever verb you want to use, emotion, et cetera, et cetera. He just actually looks at a piece of paper that is printed for him, given to him, and makes the decision based on that piece of paper. And I look at a game like yesterday, and you can't look at it in a vacuum because it just happened the day before that as well. And the week before that, it happened as well. And 5 other times it's happened as well. And I just don't understand how I get how he has a job. I guess I just don't understand how he
Well, we know what it is. If anyone was here yesterday, you saw my 7.5 minute rant on this Yankees team. So everything Jefe just said is exactly what I said yesterday as well. So Jefe, I'm in full agreement with you. Aaron Boone is not the decision maker in the New York Yankees. Nobody we know is the decision maker of the New York Yankees. It's a guy named Frank in the analytics department who we've never heard of, who's never seen a baseball, who makes a call throughout the game and says, Booney, you got to go with this guy against the lefty. Booney, you got to pinch hit this guy against the righty. Booney, you can't be playing Jason Dominguez against lefties. All things of that nature are not Aaron Boone's decision. And the Yankees are run by a bunch of puppets right now. It's a complete joke. It really is. Until Brian Cashman and Hal Steinbrenner figure out a way to either get a different coach in there, which, to be honest with you, Jefe, I'm not sure a different manager would change anything. They would just hire another guy who would be the puppet in the face of the organization. They would not let another manager make decisions.
Philosophy.
That's exactly where I was going. They need to get rid of Cashman. They need to start with the top down and get some new people in there with some fresh ideas, some fresh faces. So hopefully that'll change. But let's get back into this specific game, Jefe. Are you ready to jump on the Yankees wagon? We all know the story. They've lost 5 games in a row.
I legitimately would rather take the Colorado Rockies.
Yeah, I mean, I said it on this show yesterday as well, that you can't take the Yankees right now. I need to see them win several games in a row. Not one game, not one decent performance. I need to see them string together a good series, a good 3 to 4 game stretch before I get behind this Yankees team again. Thomas put it perfectly. No bullpen. Texas was nice yesterday. I said it on this show. The Rangers were one of my favorite plays of the day. The Yankees are just a team you can't bet. I also said yesterday, getting a guy like Aaron Judge back in the lineup is not going to help them because Stanton's been the hottest hitter on the team. Now he doesn't have a position.
Watching Giancarlo Stanton run out watching Giancarlo Stanton run out a double play last night in a big, humongous moment in the top of the 9th is just the icing on the cake. If you're watching the show right now and you haven't seen the real time, real speed, not slow down, real speed version of him running to beat out a double play in the top of the 9th with no outs and a man on first, please do yourself a favor and watch this.
It was sad. It was just sad.
I don't say this as a joke. I think I could beat him to first.
I would agree. I mean, he's not built like a baseball player. He's not built to be sustained as a baseball player. His body type and the way that he has put on his muscle and his weight is just not conducive to being an agile, quick, mobile baseball player. It's just not. And the older he gets, the worse he looks on the base path. So I agree with you there. Jefe, anything you actually like on this game? Is there anything you're going to take on this game? The Yankees haven't been hitting. The total's kind of high here. Carlos Rodon's had a good year, been one of the better pitchers for the Yanks. 11-7, like I said, 3.3 ERA and a 1.06 WHIP. His underlying metrics are good. Let's take a look at his road splits. They're good as well. He's got a 3.3 ERA in the year, and he has a 3.6 ERA on the road. Basically means he's pitching both the same at home and the road. While on the other side, Jack Leiter is 7-6, but he's pitched significantly better at home. He's got only a 3.5 ERA at home and a 4.1 on the year, so he has pitched significantly worse on the road. Are you going to take a stab at the Rangers here? Because I just don't understand why the Yankees are favored. You go all over Twitter, X, Bluebird, whatever the hell you call the app that we love so much. You're seeing every single other handicapper. I think I've seen at least 10 people today already post the Yankees money line for multiple units. How do you feel about that? And are you willing to take anything?
I think I understand why, because if you're taking away the name on the jersey and you're taking away the name of the team and you erase, but you don't erase what's the record, right? And how long they've lost 5 games in a row. The numbers say you take the Yankees here. If you've watched a single inning of Yankee baseball in the last week, you might as well take your money and burn it. There is no reason to back the Yankees. There's no reason to back the Rangers because it's not a good Rangers number. This is a flat out, don't even watch this game type of deal. There's better games on the slate. If you're wagering this game, you're just doing it because you are delusional Yankee fan who are telling yourself they got to win a game eventually instead of just waiting for them actually to prove you that they can. Yep. I'm totally not on here. Rodon's been solid, but it's actually not, the starting pitching has been okay. I mean, not Fried gave up a little bit, got 3-run lead 2 games ago, gave it up the next inning. Will Warren pitched really nice yesterday.
Best
really nice.
we've ever seen him.
The
Best
problem
we've
was,
ever seen him.
Is that Evaldi pitched a 1-hitter going into the 9th.
And we said it on the show yesterday. Not sure if you were tuned in yesterday, Jefe, but nobody is talking about Evaldi. This may be one of the best 6-game stretches, I think it's 8-game stretches that we've seen in the last 30 years. I believe in the 8-game stretch, he has a 0.45 ERA and has won every single start. That is unbelievable, and nobody talks about it because it's the Texas Rangers. They're a small market that doesn't get a lot of media attention, but what he's doing this year has truly been unbelievable. So a lot of people have overlooked what he's doing. Will Warren pitched a fantastic game, but Jefe, I agree with you. I do have a lean on the Rangers here, guys. It didn't make my official card. Yesterday, I was on the Rangers, but today, I'm going to lay off. I'm going to see how this one plays out. I don't think you could take the Yankees in any capacity at a minus 140, guys. I really don't. They just have not shown you anything that you can lay that type of juice on them. And quite frankly, I think they lose this game. So I do think the better value is going to be on the Texas Rangers at the plus 120. But for me, it is going to be a no play. All right, Jefe. Let's get into some games we actually have some plays in. You ready to dive into the second game of the day?
I hope they lose 16-0.
I hope they don't.
All 16 runs are in the freaking bottom of the 8th.
What's up, Joe? I hope they don't. It would be nice to see them get some freaking wins and start playing some better baseball because they're still in the playoff mix.
No,
despite how bad they've been, they're right there. They are still right there.
But yeah, guess who's the team right behind them trying to catch them in the wild card spot? It's going across the banner on the bottom right now.
Well, unfortunately, I do believe, whoever wins today is going to pass the other because the Yankees are 60-54.
Sorry, I just have to say this. You're playing against the team that's on your ass for the wild card spot. No urgency. None. Just doing the same thing game after game, putting out the same players game after game. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result.
Yep, you're absolutely correct.
Literally do not understand how they're doing this. They're not playing the freaking Marlins, even though can't even say that. They're playing a team that's really good and coached really, really, really good.
And they had a really nice deadline. They added a couple big back-end Columbe.
Nobody's talking about it. Merrill Kelly's a fantastic add to a team that literally Bruce Bochy knows how to handle veteran pitching in the playoffs.
Absolutely.
Kelly, DeGrom, Evaldi, good luck.
That's an elite top 3. So we'll have to see what plays out with this Rangers team. They're technically a half game behind the Yankees, but they have won the season series so far, so they're technically ahead, I guess. Whoever wins today is going to actually be ahead, so we'll see how this one does play out. Let's keep it moving, Jefe. Let's go to a game I absolutely love, and I do have a best bet in. We're going to be going over to the Astros taking on the Marlins. Pitching for the Astros is Spencer Arrighetti. He's 1-1 on the year with a 5.6 ERA and a 0.93 whip. His numbers look crazy. You hear 5.59 ERA, but only a 0.93. Why? This guy was good last year. You're correct. He was good last year. He's been injured this year. He's only pitched 9 innings. He's a guy who has some really good stuff, but he's coming back from an injury. On the other side is Jansen Junk. The Junk Man has been really good this year. He's 5-2 with a 3.86 ERA and a 1.1 whip. Jefe, game 1 of this series went to the Astros. Game 2 of this series went to the Astros. The Marlins were hot. We just saw them beat up on the Yankees, but then the Astros came into town and showed them what a real baseball team could do. Are the Astros going to get a sweep today, or will the Marlins get one back in the win column? What do you got?
To be honest with you, I'm looking at these two pitchers lined up.
Wait, quickly. Thomas, are you saying you bet the over 8 in which game? Because the Yankees game has an 8 line, and so does
this is an 8.5. Oh, this is an 8.5. I see it 8.5, but regardless.
No, maybe it moved this morning when I put it up. It was at 8.
I'm looking at
I hope it's this one. Yeah. I hope it's this one that you bet it in, because going to be completely honest, if you bet over 8 in the Yankee game, Yankees can't hit right now. They put up a 0 burger yesterday, would not take the over 8 in that game. But okay, he's singing the Astros. I like that a lot more. Jefe, back over to you.
Yeah, Thomas took my thunder. That's what I was looking at here. I like this over 8.5, even odds, plus 100. If you can find an 8, I would take that too, obviously. You can only need to deal with that hook. Like you just said, Alpha, Astros pitcher has not a lot of innings on there. 9 whole innings to his name this year. And he didn't exactly do great in those 9 innings. Whip is great, but ERA is up there.
It's and weird Junk, numbers. It's weird numbers.
It's a very weird number. And Junk quietly having probably the best Marlins pitcher. At least this year, Alcantara altogether is a better pitcher, but we all know how he's doing.
I'd say maybe Cabrera, but I think Junk has slightly a better ERA than him anyway. So you're
Junk,
not wrong.
Yeah. And the one thing about Junk, 65 innings pitched, only 2 home runs given up. That's That's nice numbers right there.
Yes, it is.
This guy for the innings that he has pitched has absolute great K rates, home run rates, and walk rates. With that being said, the first two games of this series, Astros put up 7 and 8 runs respectively, and I think they can do that again today. I think the bats are hot. They might be rejuvenated by getting their old Carlos Correa back in the dugout.
100%.
And I think they're playing well, man. They're playing
Yep.
well. And I like a team that is hot because baseball is one of the streakiest sports. And right now, the bats are hot. So I'm rolling with that.
Yeah, I took the Astros yesterday. They had a very nice win for us. I'm rolling it back yet again today. The Astros are getting going at the right time. They're getting players off the injured list. They're getting guys back in the fold. And they've been playing some good baseball. Mentally, they're in a great spot because they just got one of their leaders back. The villain is back in Houston. Carlos Correa is back. That's a big piece to add back to that lineup. Then you're getting Yordan Alvarez back. And now a lot of their other players are starting to hit and come into the fold. Jeremy Pena just came back from the injured list as well. So this team is becoming whole. They are becoming a real threat. I hate to say it. Going into the year, I thought the Astros were going to be a dead team. I did not think that they were going to be competing this year as much as they are, but they've done a fantastic job. I think they may be one of the favorites to make it out of the AL right now after the trade deadline. Everything they did, they are positioned to make a deep run in the AL this postseason. I'm all over the Astros yet again, guys. Minus 104 on the money line. I think they are able to get it done. I think the value is on them as well because I just don't think there's any value betting the Marlins as a favorite in this spot. The Marlins are one of those weird teams that plays better on the road than they do at home. They have a better road record, like I said, than they do their home record. They are 27 and 31 at home. Well, the Astros still have a winning record on the road. They're better at home as well, but they are still 29 and 26 on the road. Give me the Stros here. I do think they'll have a big performance and get us a winner here. Over to the comments before we move over to the next game. Jimmy's asking what we think about the Padres D-backs. Jimmy, that's our last game today that we're breaking down. We have that on the schedule for you. We will get to it. JD still in the chat. What's up, brother? Hope your drive's going well. Junk coming back down to earth. Over or past. He likes the over as well. I also like the Astros. Brucey, you're not using the Mrs. account today. You threw us off yesterday when we saw Bruce Green coming from a female name account. But Brucey's back saying Astros money line, I believe, is a money line. So I am with you. And Joe is saying the Astros coaching is too good to be bums. Unfortunately, I wish that was the case for the Yankees. But you are correct. The Astros have done a fantastic job this year, and they are coached way too well to be a bum team. All right, Jefe, you ready to move on to our third game of the day? Because we also have a lot of viewer games to go over in a little bit as well.
Let's roll.
Let's rock and roll. Next game we're breaking down today is going to be the best team in baseball record-wise, the Milwaukee Brewers. Going to Atlanta, taking on JD's Braves. Pitching for the Brewers is Jose Quintana. And how the hell does Jose Quintana have significantly better numbers than the guy on the other side, Spencer Strider, who's going for the Braves? Quintana is 8-4 in the year with a 3.5 ERA and a 1.3 WHIP. On the other side, Spencer Strider is 5-8 with a 3.75 ERA and a 1.25 WHIP. All that being said, Jefe, Braves are coming in as a pretty hefty favorite. The Braves only can be bet at home this year. They are 47-65 on the year, but they are 26-28 at home. On the other side for the Brewers, they're 69-44, 25 games above 500, and they are 33-24 on the road. So they've been a good road team all year long. All that being said, the Braves are coming in as a hefty favorite, like I said, close to a minus 140. However, ESPN BPI has the Brewers as a slight favorite in this matchup. Do you think there's value on the dog here when you're getting a decent plus money on the Brewers, who have been the best team in baseball? What do you got?
Nah, men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. Yeah, you got to back the Braves on this number, especially because the Brewers have won 5 games in a row, 8-10 their last 10. Record-wise, ERA-wise, anything pretty much other than WHIP, Quintana's better than Strider at. And Strider, I mean, this guy was Cy Young candidate many years. He was one of their best pitchers. He just having an off year. It kind of seems like the entire Atlanta Braves.
Coming off a bad injury, takes a little time.
Yes,
takes a little time.
I got that. With that being said, everything I just said, Brewers are the hot team. They are. Brewers
They're the best team in baseball.
Every year, I feel like they're the same exact team. Every year, we have this conversation where they come out of nowhere. Every year, they don't sign a big player in the offseason or trade somebody. Last year, it was Adames and obviously Devin Williams, which just saying his name makes me shiver. And every year, they just re-up and kind of slowly, quietly, under the radar, win games.
Yeah.
Just a few weeks ago, they had a crazy win streak going on. Now they're back at it, in their last 10 wins in a row. And they're just a solid lineup, man. But it's a Braves play today. Is this a Braves for me, money line, or no play whatsoever?
Well, unfortunately, all the things you said are not my play in this game because I am taking the Brewers on the money line here. Let me get the current line. I took it out when I sent out to clients a couple hours ago because it's going to be a little different than what I sent. Updated lines plus 116 on the Brewers. That's the current line. It's flipped a little bit on the odds. It was by plus 120. It's gone down slightly. But the Brewers are too good right now. Jefe, we talk about it on the show all the time with JD. And you and I, when we've done our shows throughout the course of the years, have talked about this. And you brought it up earlier today. You continue to back the hot teams in the summer months. And you continue to fade the bad teams in the summer months. And that's not saying they're a bad team. I worded that poorly. But teams that are struggling. Because a lot of the games don't have massive importance. This game, what do the Braves really have to get up for? They're all banged up. They're a cooked team in the water this year. We all know the story about the Braves with their record and where they're going to be going. The Braves are not going to have Austin Riley today. He's on the IL. The Braves are not going to have Ronald Acuna today. He's on the IL. And this Brewers team is one of the most fun, interesting baseball teams we have seen in a very long time. They play small ball. They run the bases well. They play defense, and they play fundamentally sound. A lot of things we don't see in our local area, but not going to put all that out there. Great bullpen, especially because they got rid of that guy, Devin Williams. Whoever took him must be the worst team ever. But anyway, I am going to be on the Brewers. I think they get the sweep today. Our resident Braves guy, JD, is also saying the Brewers. So, Jefe, you and I are on a little oppo on this one, but we will have to see how it does play out. I do think the Brewers will have a big performance in this spot today. All right, Jefe, let's keep it moving because we have a bunch of viewer games to go over as well, which I do keep saying. Next game we're breaking down today is going to be for Jimmy. We were going to do it anyway, but Jimmy, I'm going to say it's for you. Pitching for the Padres is going to be Nestor Cortez, back in action, 1-1 on the year with a 9.0 ERA and a 1.75 whip. You may hear that and go, wow, instant fade. Yeah, he's only pitched 8 innings this season, guys. He did get injured very early in the year, so let's give him a little bit of time. On the other side is Anthony DeScalfini, another guy who has some interesting numbers, but has been banged up for the course of the season. He's 1-2 on the year with a 4.91 ERA and a 1.29 whip. All that being said, Jefe, the Padres are coming in as a massive minus 145 favorite. Probably for good reason, because they have been absolutely on a tear. The Padres have been playing some very good baseball as of late. Will that continue? And to today's game, what do you like in this one, Jeff?
Yeah, man. Padres, man, I still can't get over what they did at the trade deadline. Props them. F them picks, right? I guess F them prospects in this essence. Yep. It doesn't scare me that Cortez is starting. I read this crazy stat that Fernando Tatis only has like 4 home runs on the year since Memorial Day.
Yeah, crazy.
That's actually insane.
Can I also tell you what the first pitch temperature is going to be in this game tonight?
Take a guess. Arizona? Is it in Arizona?
It is. Take a guess. It is
105.
115.3. It says 115.3 is going to be the weather.
But Alpha, remember, Zona, just like Vegas, that's dry heat.
Yep.
So it's not like
But what does that do to the ball?
Well, it dries the ball, but it hardens the ball. I'd rather have that. I'd rather have that than freaking 100 degrees in Miami. Where it feels like 140 degrees and your jersey is 25 pounds more heavier because you're drenched.
Yep. I would agree there 100%.
But with that being said, this is a Padres play to me. I mean, D-backs are a team that, honestly, ever since they made that World Series a few years back, they go into the year selling themselves and being a contender, and then at some point in the year, they realize they're not, and then they have a little sell-off, and then they go into the next year. And this year, the same thing happened. They sold themselves contender. They had one of the better hitters in baseball, Eugenio Suarez. They let him go to Seattle. Merrill Kelly, their second best starter. They let him go to Texas. And I can't remember if they let anybody else.
Corbin Burns, the injury to Corbin Burns really screwed this team. That would have been such a big piece for them. They went all in, too. They really did try and go for it. You can't blame their ownership and their GM because they really did go for it.
No, you absolutely, you're so right. That they, in the offseason, they did what they had to do. I hate to point this out. They did the same. They put on the same play that the Yankees did by signing Fried. They tried to pair their 2 aces together, right? Yankees tried to do it with Cole. Cole gets injured. D-backs tried to do it with Gallen. Gallen sucks, and then Burns gets injured. And so it sucks. But basically what I'm trying to say is what you just said earlier about the last game is exactly about this game. This is the dog days of the summer right now. Baseball has about 2-3 weeks left where the teams are just trying to feel themselves out still, even after trade deadline. When it comes to that last week of August coming into Labor Day, that's when the teams that are 3, 4, I would say maximum 5 games out of the wild card spot. That's when they kind of tune it up a little. And the other teams, they tune it down, and the numbers will start to show that. You'll start to see a lot of run lines at minus 2.5 instead of 1.5 when a good team, when a contending team is playing, a team like the Minnesota Twins.
Well, we saw it last night when we saw the Blue Jays against the Rockies. The Blue Jays were at minus 2.5 and minus 1.
It's funny. I'm looking at that right now. You can get minus 1 at Blue Jays at minus 170, or you have to take it minus 2.5. It's getting there, but right now it's only with those key teams: Colorado, the White Sox, and
the Twins.
After they traded their entire.
They have no major league roster anymore. Could not agree more.
It's hilarious. It's literally. I still can't. Sorry, tangent. I still cannot believe Joe Ryan is a Minnesota Twin. I still can't believe it.
All I got to say is thank God those Fox reports were wrong when they said he was going to the Boston Red Sox. What a disaster for the New York Yankees that would be.
Let me tell you something. Red Sox doing just fine without him.
Imagine if they had him.
Yeah, I'm taking SD here, man. My boy Nestor. Miss him, honestly.
So much. So just misses energy on the team.
I'm so sad as a Yankee fan. I can't even hide it.
I know.
So
it's tough. It's tough right now.
Thank God the Mets have lost 8 games in a row. For real. For real.
and that's being overshadowed with how bad the Yankees are. No one's even talking about the Mets because of what of a joke the Yankees have been.
Hold on. Yes. The Mets are 3-7 in their last 10 games. Nobody's even talking about it. Nobody's even mentioning it.
No.
They're 2.5 behind the Phillies, and just the Phillies are just putting together wins and looking like one of the best teams in baseball. Nobody's even talking about the Mets right now because of how embarrassing the Yankees are.
Yep. Because the Yankees are losing by fundamentals and by hilarious ways. Could not agree more. But I'm going to keep this short and sweet because people want us to go over the Phillies-Orioles game, and that one starts in about 8 minutes. We do want to cover that before first pitch. Quickly, I'm also on San Diego. I think they have a big performance here. This team is loaded. Did you see the 104-mile-per-hour fastball that Lourdes Gurriel took deep off Mason Miller last night? One of the craziest things I've ever seen. Seeing somebody get around on a 104-mile-per-hour fastball.
Bro,
insanity.
That baseball could have killed somebody.
Literally. If you get around on that ball, there's no way it's not going out. That's the issue when you have a guy throwing 104, is if they turn on that ball, there's no way it's landing in the same area code as where you made contact.
Dude, the Padres are going to have a super pen going into the playoffs.
They already have it.
It's going to be reminiscent of, I'm going to take you a little back ways, but this is the historian that I am. Do you remember the Royals when they went to back-to-back World Series?
Yes.
They had an absolute super pen. I can't name you the players, but they had, after the 5th inning was over, you weren't scoring. You weren't even getting a hit on those guys. The 6th guy, the 7th guy, the setup, and the closer. I can't remember their names, but they
didn't they have Chapman? I know they had Greg Holland. He was the closer for the ALCS and the big one when they won that one. He was unbelievable.
Greg Holland was their closer.
Ryan Madsen was on that team. It was unbelievable.
They had a Spanish guy that was Joaquin Soria, maybe.
Oh yes, they had Joaquin Soria, and they also had Luke Hockvar, who was unbelievable. I did just cheat and Google it. Google it.
That was in my mind the last, it's just coming to me. I just remember Super Pet. The second, because their starters were never anything. The Padres, their starters are okay. Their records are but their names are good. Cease, Darvish, et cetera, et cetera. So, but their pen is amazing, and when you can shorten a game, that's how you win games. And that's just to say that I don't expect Nestor to pitch a lot tonight for them to need to win.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more. They just need to get a couple innings out of any of their starters, and their bullpen can carry them home. I also think the Padres offense will be able to produce. They have an unbelievable offense right now, and they should be able to put up some decent runs against this D-backs team. Jefe and I are both on the Padres money line. Let's see a big performance from Nasty Nestor. All right, Jefe, let's keep it moving. Next game we are going to be moving into is going to be the Orioles-Phillies, guys. That game does start in 6 minutes, so let's quickly break this one down. Pitching for your Baltimore Orioles is Trevor Rogers. Trevor Rogers is 4-2 in the year with a 1.4 ERA and a 0.75 whip. He's only pitched in 56 innings. He's basically an opener. I don't expect him to give them a ton of length here. He has been going deep into games, so I should take that back. He did go 8 innings last start, so he has been going deeper than I've expected him to do, but I don't anticipate that in Philadelphia today. I'll say that quickly. Pitching for the Phillies is Ranger Danger Suarez, who's 8-4 in the year with a 2.68 ERA and a 1.13 whip. All that being said, Jefe, we got 5 minutes until first pitch. Phillies are a massive minus 180 universally across all books. Is this a parlay spot for you? I'll quickly go and say the Phillies are the first leg of my parlay. We are going to be covering the second game in a minute, but if you guys do want to tell me, it is the Phillies and the Mets. We're going to be breaking down the Mets game next, but the Mets are the second leg to my parlay with the Phillies today. Jefe, up to you.
I don't need the money line. I'll take the Phillies on the run line. Phillies won game 1 of the series by 10. They won yesterday's game by 5. The Orioles are horrendous on the road. Wait, pause. The Orioles are horrendous. End of sentence. They are also horrendous on the road.
Yeah.
Period. They also should have sold way more than they did at the deadline.
Yeah,
Period.
while they were half in, half out.
They are horrendously run organization. End of paragraph.
That's why they always suck. Let's be honest. A lot of the teams that are dog shit stay dog shit because they're run by dog shit people. Let's just be honest. What were the Orioles doing?
Rutschman needs to be traded, and they need to revamp their actual talent on the field, not their dumbass prospect pipeline that nobody cares about, okay? Sick and tired. Baseball is so out of date, man. Like, you have teams that get it, and then you have teams that just don't. You can't hold on to all these prospects. The math never works out like that. You have to, at some point, trade some players that are showing a flash in the pan for somebody that's shown it for multiple seasons. The Orioles just think that all their prospects are going to pan out to be superstars.
And then they let their actual superstars go. Corbin Burns, Anthony Santander, and they don't who'd they replace him with, Jefe? Who'd they replace him with? Your uncle, Charlie Morton. That was the big replacement for Corbin Burns, who they moved at the deadline because their season was dead. The O's are the Moneyball metrics dog of the day. So that does make me a little nervous. I'm seeing that in the chat from JD, but I am still on the Phillies as a parlay piece for me. Like I said, the second leg is going to be the Mets for me. That's going to complete 2 parlays today.
Kyle Schwarber. Wow.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And the Phillies fans hated him. They wanted him gone for the last 2 years because of his strikeout rate. He is keeping them in the race.
I've never seen a man post home run derby or post all-star hit
weekend,
home run derby elevate like that elevate a second half of the season. You just see a player go to home run derby and then their swing is all messed up the second half of the season.
Did you really just say we haven't seen someone post swing off go on a tear like this when we just saw the first ever swing off in baseball history?
I'm calling it a home run derby. That was basically into fact the home run derby.
You're right. You're right about that. I'll give you that one. Let's keep it moving. The next game we're going to be breaking down, guys, is going to be the Mets and the Gardos. Pitching for your Gardos is Gavin Williams. Gavin Williams is 6-4 with a 3.3 ERA. On the other side is David Peterson, the guy who's kept this Mets team going with his 2.83 ERA. He's 7-4 in the year, 2.83 ERA, 1.24 WHIP, and it's eaten 127 innings flat for this team. He's been their guy. So I said already that this is the second half of my parlay with the Phillies. What do you got in this one, Jefe?
Yeah, look, the Mets are not exactly doing great right now. For them to be this much of a favorite, you got to take them in a parlay piece. I think, Peter, you said it perfectly. Peterson is literally the only pitcher I can say in the entire
I have one
rotation.
thing to say to you as well. So we talked about this on the show for a while yesterday. The Mets are not built to win shit. Do you think the Mets have any chance outside of this specific game? I'm going into their pitching rotation and bringing it up so we could talk about it like we did yesterday. What are they going to do?
The bullpen sucks.
Well, they improved it a lot with Helsley and a couple other arms at the deadline.
I get it. I don't trust
by the way,
anybody.
I also almost just said they added Jason Isringhausen at the deadline. That's where my head at. It was Helsley, same team, but I almost went the Izzy route. That's where my head's at right now. Jefe, name me 3 guys you would trust on this Mets team to be a playoff starter. Let me go through.
Don't trust Sean Manaea whatsoever.
Manaea?
Obviously not ready. Don't trust Senga at all.
Can't get out of the 5th inning. Can't go deep.
Oh, speaking of 5th inning, neither can Manaea.
I know.
The problem with the Mets is they got a 7, an 8, and a 9.
Mm-hmm.
But who is pitching the 6th inning? The answer is
you're right.
Pick a fan at this point.
And then you go through their starters, Jefe. Clay Holmes, ain't no chance he'll still be a starter by the time they get in the playoffs. He will be a bullpen arm. His arm is already giving out. He can't pitch this many innings. Step 1. Number 2, Frankie Montas, who he's starting on Saturday in a couple days. They're using an opener because he hasn't been able to get out of the 1st inning. They're thinking it's a mental thing. So they're going to say you're going to start in the 2nd inning because you can't get out of the 1st. You're going to use him in the playoffs?
Ever works out.
Ever. It never works out.
Ever.
And then they have no one else. This team is cooked. I don't think they have any chance to make a run in the postseason. But back to this game, which is all that matters. I'm on the Mets. What do you got?
I'm with you on the Mets. I like what you said before. Phillies, Mets work. You could also do Blue Jays, Mets, but I think you'd have to take Blue Jays on the run line at 1.5 with the Mets if you wanted that. Those are the two big, overline favorites. Also, a little bit more scary. Tigers on the money line versus the minor league team that we still call the Minnesota Twins. Flaherty on the mound for Detroit. Not a great record, but does it really matter when he's pitching against like people who have other jobs because baseball's not their main job?
You ain't lying. You ain't lying.
Put up Thomas's last comment about Pittsburgh. Absolutely
not after yesterday. They were my only loss of the day.
Yeah, I'm pretty freaking sure it's a Heaney day.
Mm-hmm.
It is a Heaney day, and Giants have their ace and Robbie Ray going.
Yeah, but it's at that minus 150 line. Going to be honest, I don't mind the Pirates. If they didn't let me down yesterday, I probably would have taken them today. They were my only loss yesterday, which, by the way, shout out JD. I have to shout out JD one more time. He came on here yesterday and told you guys that the Athletics were going to absolutely go off offensively, and they won that game 16-7 as a big underdog. So shout out JD. But with this Pittsburgh team, Thomas, I don't trust them right now, but I do lean them if I were to take anything. You can't take the San Francisco Giants at a minus 150 in any game. They have no back end of their bullpen. They traded away Yastrzemski. They don't really have a great team anymore. They're a team that I'm looking to fade when they're a big favorite going forward. JD did kill it, bro. That's what JD does. We have one more game. I've been scrolling up to see if we had any other requests. I have one more from J-Bo. If there's any I'm missing, yell at me. I apologize. I tried to get through all of them, but I will go through it if you guys put it in there. The next game is going to be the Reds game for J-Bo. So let me pull that one up. It's going to be the Reds taking on the Cubbies.
Interesting line.
Yeah, I'll just let you guys know I stayed off this one because I think it's very sharp. Pitching for the Reds is going to be Andrew Abbott. Abbott is 8-1 on the year. 2.15 ERA, but I don't trust him against this Cubs team on the road. Abbott is coming in off his worst start. Last game against the Braves, they lost 12-10. He was only able to go 5 innings. He allowed 3 runs, 5 hits, and 5 walks. He could not throw a strike.
That game was
breaking news. Holy shit, no way. Roman Anthony just got this deal. Red Sox and star rookie Roman Anthony have finalized an 8-year, $130 million contract extension. Phenomenal move by the Red Sox to lock
They're beating the market. They're doing the same thing that the Padres did with Tatis. They're doing the same thing that, this name is taboo, and this one didn't work out, but saying the same thing that the Rays did with Wander Franco. They're doing
wow. What a name.
Is Gunnar Henderson signed? Did the Orioles lose Gunnar Henderson?
I don't believe so. I could be.
Well, then they're more. Well, then you know what? That makes sense because they're morons. Sorry. Royals did it with Bobby Witt.
Yeah. I was going to say, the Royals did it with Bobby Witt, right?
Yeah. It's smart. When you know you have the stud and you could tell, you get him signed.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Because they just saved themselves $200 million in about 4 years.
Oh, way more than that. And it says this deal's up. It's worth up to $230 million. So there's an extra $100 million in guarantees. So you knew there was going to be some kind of kicker when it first came out. 8-130.
Royals signed Gunnar Henderson. I really do. Sorry.
I just looked it up too, and I didn't hit the contract button. So you let me know while I go through that. But let's go back to this game. I got nothing on the Reds in the spot. Hefe, are you going to take anything? I think this one is a sharp line. Going to be honest with you. With the Cubbies.
This is a stay away. This is absolutely no way you could take this Gunnar Henderson.
What's his deal?
They got nothing on him. He's pre-arbitration right now. He's on a 1-year deal.
He's only batting. He's batting 280. He only has 13 homers. He only has 47 ribbies. He's still going to get paid, but he's regressed. He's regressed significantly.
So basically, he's an ARB for the next 3 years.
I disagree with this, David. I'm going to put this up here. I disagree. I don't think the Mets have the pitching. The Yankees, I think, are fucked too. I don't think either team has a realistic chance, but I think the Mets are in a worse position because they're starting pitching. Realistically.
I'll say that the Mets probably have a better chance to make the playoffs because...
To make the playoffs but not to make a run because the NL is so much worse than the AL
Neither of the guys, stop. This is New York fans. We actually spoke about this in text messages last night. New York fans have only one thing to look forward to and one thing only, and it is the Knicks season opener.
Let's go Knicks, baby. Let's go Knicks.
And I'm already counting the freaking days, okay?
100%.
You already know. The Giants are going to suck. The Jets are going to suck. The Mets suck. The Yankees suck. I am not even going to give the presence to the basketball team that plays in Brooklyn because they are irrelevant in my life. And I'm pretty sure Liberty suck too right now. So
they did win last night by 9.
Oh,
don't ask me why I know that, but I do.
Oh, hey, I do PODs for WNBA all the time. Watch out.
That is why I know. That is
Watch out for the
100% right.
Aces today. I like the over in that game.
I also gave that out. I also gave that out this morning.
Don't make me laugh.
Not getting either.
That's all I got. To be honest with you,
Fantastic. Great work, Jefe.
I watched Hard Knocks last night, and I'm really just going to become a Bills fan this year.
All right, peeling behind the curtain, you're already a Bills fan. Jefe's missus is a huge Bills fan. He roots for the Bills. Don't let him tell you he's a Giants fan. He's now saying, because of Hard Knocks, I'm now a Bills fan. Shut up. You were at the Bills bar every game of the postseason last year.
Oh, I'm sorry. And what bar did you watch the Giants in the postseason last year?
None. I'm not a fraud fan. I'm not going to back another team like that. We're going to keep it moving. Thomas is asking us one more game, and I do have a play, and I see our guy JD is here for best bets. I don't know if you're ready, JD. If you're ready to I can bring you in now if you want to talk about this Kansas City game. I'm getting the thumbs up. So welcome. JD is back. What's up, bro?
What's up, guys? I actually popped in the backstage and I heard some Wander Franco talk.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
Yeah. Always good when you can bring up Wander.
We heard that's where your road trip is to.
Right.
You're bringing them back to the States.
Oh. Yeah. I'm not going to comment on that. This show is fantastic. I would like our show to not get canceled, so thank you for that, Jefe. JD, quickly, our guy Thomas is asking us about the Royals game today. Let me pull it up quickly. It's the Royals and the Red Sox. Pitching for the Royals is Michael Waka Flocka Flame. Pitching for the Red Sox is newly acquired Dustin May. I'm going to quickly go here. I'm on the
FYI, Andrew Heaney has already faced 2 batters and both are on base.
Excellent. I'm on the Royals. JD, what are you on?
Yes, this is definitely a Royals play or either pass.
Yep, I agree. Jefe, what you got? We're going to dive right into best bets.
This is a pass game for me, guys. Red Sox have won 7 games in a row. Dustin May is making his first start for the Sox today. Getting acquired. I can't back KC. Boston is so freaking hot in every which way, but I do get what you're saying. It does on paper say KC, so stay away from me.
KC for me. All right, let's dive right into best bets so JD can enjoy the rest of his day. Let's do it, guys. Best bets for today, Wednesday, August 6th. JD, I'm going to let you go first because we have a little bit of background noise coming from the car, so we'll let you go, and then we'll get you out of here. What?
All right, guys, today my best bet is going to be the A's team total over 4.5 runs. I don't really like to go back to a team right after they've scored a bunch of runs, but they've been scoring a bunch of runs. It's just not a one-game thing.
Hell yeah.
And the Nationals, they've continually just been giving up a bunch of runs. They've given up, I don't have the numbers in front of me here, but it's 63 runs over the past 4 or 5 games. It's nuts. And also today they have a guy up here. I cannot think of his name who's actually going to be starting for him. But
for the Nationals?
Yes. As actually far as in the minor leagues, he has not been doing well there. Tonight, I just don't think that he's going to do well, and he's followed up again, just like we always talk about, by that Nationals pin, which is the worst.
The worst in baseball, baby.
Yeah. So give me that A's team total over 4.5. And
JD,
go ahead.
I was going to say, I hope you were here earlier because I had to give you your props on that A's game yesterday. I haven't seen a game called as perfectly as that one in a while. They scored 16 runs after you said they were going to go in there and dominate. So great call with that one yesterday.
Appreciate it, man. And I hope everybody has a great day. And I will see y'all tomorrow. And let's fucking win.
Let's fucking win, JD. We'll see you tomorrow, brother.
Later, guys.
How good is that? How good is JD, guys? Comes in, drops in the winners, and we appreciate that. Jefe, we're going to continue with our best bets here. What do you got today?
Well, my first best bet was a game we briefly spoke about, but it's already started. So timing just didn't work. But it was the Phillies on the -1.5. So look out for that. But so the only one that I have that hasn't started, and we somehow, I feel went through every game except for this game, is the last game on the slate, Mariners White Sox. I was on this play yesterday. It was my best bet. And just damn it, JD just took it right out of my mouth. I hate going back to the team that I took the night before and doing the same exact play. But when the Mariners are playing a team like the White Sox on the road in Seattle, Mariners are hot, 4-1 in their last 5. 2 out of those 4 wins by more than 3 runs. Give me the Mariners on the run line tonight. Cannon on the mound for the Sox, 4-8. ERA above 4.5. Kirby on the mound for the Mariners. Much better pitcher at home than he is on the road. Taking the Mariners -1.5. I'm seeing it at -115 odds.
There we go. I love it. I like the Mariners as well. Let me double check something here. I didn't take them today. I was curious if they're in one of them. I have 2 parlays today. I was curious if I did take them. I hit the Mariners minus 1.5 yesterday, so I love that pick, Jefe. Let's keep it rolling. I'll go
And
over
I like
my.
that Eugenio Suarez finally get his first home run back with the Mariners.
You did not just call him Eugenio, bro. There ain't no way you just called him Eugenio.
Eugenio.
Jesus Christ. All right, I will go over my best bets next, Eugenio. Astros minus 104. Don't know what the line is now. Probably closer to minus 110, but that's what I took it when I set my card out. Astros minus 104. Brewers money line plus 120. It's down to roughly around plus 115. Guys, I'm just reading you the lines that I took it at earlier. Padres money line minus 145. I gave out the parlay already as the Phillies and the Mets. That parlay comes out at a plus 145. So that is 4 picks from the dog today. Quickly, let's pull this up, Jefe. Any runs in the early games? Ooh, little Pirates got out of the first, no damage. So shove it.
Good job for Andrew.
And let's take a look at the Phillies game. Leadoff man. So the Phillies got through the Orioles side of the lineup. 1, 2, 3. They are now up, and they got the leadoff man on. So let's see the Phillies bang them in and take an early lead for us. I'm kind of waiting to see what happens because he's up with a 1-1 count. I was trying to hope we'd see something before we ended the show, but he's doing that old good eye thing to Schwarber, so he's not really swinging at the moment. Thomas, we appreciate you, brother. Jefe, you were the GOAT. Thank you for filling in. Always a blast having you come in, chop it up with us, and we always have a great time having you on. JD is also the GOAT for jumping in here while he's in the car, on the car cam, and you guys in the chat are what makes this show tick. We appreciate every single one of you. The comments, all you guys contribute to us, giving us different games you want to hear, giving us different facts you want to talk about. We appreciate every single one of you, genuinely, from the bottom of our hearts. Jefe, I know we're going to see a lot of you over the next couple weeks, peeling back the curtain a little bit. We're gearing up towards NFL season, and we couldn't not have Jefe get geared up to be on with us more. The chat, I appreciate you as well, Jefe. They always love when you're here. Any parting words for the people before I break my father out of my bedroom and make some lunch?
No, guys, let's get some W's today. Let's stack them up and let's build those profits. Like JD always says, let's fucking win.
Let's fucking win. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Same time, same place. Peace out, everybody.